Then at this time, I'm going to ask that some fine gentlemen join me, Kenneth Whisler and Kenneth Fleischmann with their families, and Al Brown at the podium, please. Every year, Truman Heartland Community Foundation gives each of the cities in our metropolitan area the opportunity to name a Citizen of the Year. This is an active group that we contribute to. We have a lot of fine people within our community that are members, I say now, of that elite group of which you will join us tonight, or join them tonight. And it talks about the sacrifice and the contribution that you make as an individual in this community. Sometimes we overlook what happens with our volunteers out there, and we don't give them the credit they deserve. This is an opportunity tonight where we're going to give special attention to two fine gentlemen who have helped with the REAP program. These two folks, and if you volunteer for REAP, you'd please stand up right now. You're a volunteer for the REAP organization. This, if you will, is again, yes. About a third of the people in the room tonight stood up for that, and that talks about what is happening with the REAP program. And before I go too much further, I want Al to talk a little bit about what these gentlemen have done in the REAP program itself.
These two gentlemen are more used to giving than receiving. Very humble gentlemen, but I want you to know that the building at 9300 East 75th Street would still be a plot of ground with dirt and trees and weeds on it if it wasn't for these two gentlemen, along with many, many other people from the community. They want to make sure that I do say that they are representing everyone who helped build that building. They're the ones who directed it. They were the project managers, so without leadership, it wouldn't have got accomplished. I always say this, it took us about 3 years to build the building, and by the way, which is now paid for. It was paid for about 6 months. I have said this before, the average age, they were 68, the baby, or 66, I think. Fleischmann, how old are you? 66? I mean 62? 62, excuse me. 62 to about 85. So the most commonly used word during that 3 years of building, because they were that age, was, huh? Pass me that two before, huh? I need those nails, huh? So they had to repeat everything twice. Otherwise, it would have been done in about a year and a half. But it's done. Those of you who have not seen our building, it is definitely a beautiful, beautiful building. Pride in workmanship took place. Every inch of that building is done correctly. Kenny Whisler's motto was, bring it on. And Fleischmann's motto was, well, let's kind of think about it. So between the two, they were a very, very good match. Words cannot express my gratitude to these fine folks and all the people who built the building. It will be there a long, long time. I do want you to understand, when I started this project about 4 years ago, I had a full head of hair. So look at me now because of the stress and strain I went through. But anyway, on behalf of the citizens of the Raytown community, we cannot thank these two fine folks and all the other volunteers who built it.
Al, you left me no jokes for my part. But it truly is a pleasure to recognize these two gentlemen, ladies, for giving your time up for them to help with this community. I think the community owes you a great deal. What you've done and all the volunteers for REAP. REAP is a program that is vital to this community. The fact that it's supported as well as it is by the community is that's what you all do, volunteers as well. So at this time, I'd like to read the proclamations. They are both rather similar. Okay? going to read one. Whereas Kenneth Whisler and Kenneth Fleischmann have been committed to serving the city of Raytown and have set high standards for being active in this community for many years. Whereas Kenneth Fleischmann and Kenneth Whisler have been active community leaders and volunteers within the city of Raytown and have worked tirelessly for the Raytown Emergency Assistance Program, Southwood United Church of Christ, Blue Springs Terrace Club, Hal Gardens, Raytown's Shepherd Center, the Festival of Sharing and Crop Walk, Presentation Catholic Church, Men's 50-plus Softball League, and local youth sports programs. Whereas on September 25th, 2010, Kenneth Whisler and Kenneth Fleischmann will be presented as Outstanding Raytown Citizens of the Year by the Truman Heartland Community Foundation, recognition of their exceptional service as citizens of the city of Raytown. Whereas the city of Raytown's greatest resource to have citizens like you who are committed to this community service. I, therefore, Mayor David Bauer, do hereby recognize and express grateful appreciation on behalf of the citizens of Raytown for all you have done. Thank you, Kenneth Fleischmann and Kenneth